Willkommen zurück zu Let's Play The Fruit of Grisaia. Im letzten Part haben wir das schöne Sportereignis gesehen, wo der Ball hin und her und hin und wieder zurück und das ein paar hundert Mal gegangen ist. Und natürlich musste sich beim Sportunterricht im ersten Nebenjahr miterleben jemand verletzen. Michiru hat sich übergeben und schrie nach Sauerstoff. Michiru, habe ich Michiru gesagt? Nicht Aber? Ich hoffe ja, weil Aber hat sich nämlich den Knöchel verstaucht oder whatever. Und wir tragen sie gerade ins Krankenzimmer. Dann wollen wir doch mal sehen, was passiert.
その先を右、突き当たりまで行ったら左に行くと保健室があるよ。
We'll be there soon. Try to endure it for a moment.
大げさだな。たかが捻挫だよ。
Don't make light of leg injuries. Soldiers get evident when they can't
へ
walk.
ーって。いや、まあ、そっか。そうだよね。怪我した子から死んでいくんだよね。
Don't worry, Japan won't desert you. And I won't leave you to die either.
ごめんね。私、重いでしょ。
Not particularly. 5 bags of rice or so, at most.
ちょっと、なんで私の体重知ってるのよ。
I'm used to carrying around heavy luggage on my back. I can estimate weight from the feeling on my
あの
shoulders.
さ、おぶってもらっておいてこんなこと言うのもあれなんだけど、この場合ね、普通は全然重くないよとかさ、なんかこう女の子に対して気を使ったりするもんなんじゃないのかな。
You're lighter than I expected. Probably only looked heavy from your height and that oversized chest. You've got long legs too. That must have thrown me
足
off.
が長いって褒めてくれてるのは嬉しいけど、なんか複雑。ちなみに私の体重ってどれぐらいだと予想してた？
My impression was that you'd be comfortably above 60 kilos.
そういうことを言わないの。
As she speaks, Amine sharply tightens her arms into a chokehold around my neck. Look, stop thrashing around. You'll be the one crying if I drop you. I come to a brief halt on the spot and lift Amine's body, which had been sliding down my back, up more firmly around my shoulders.
そっか、今ならユウジ君、両手が塞がってるよね。
What are you planning, woman? In the next moment, Amine gently closes her eyes, still clinging tightly on my neck. She brings her lips close. Oh, was nu? Hey! I take an immediate evasive action in response to her suspicious movements, but Amine's lips nonetheless press against my cheek.
ちぇ、避けられちゃったか。
What the hell is wrong with this woman? I've got half a mind to drop her on the hallway floor, but we are dealing with an injured party here. I turned my head to the side to stare into Amine's face, finding her blushing in apparent embarrassment. I thought I met her for the first time at the school, but maybe...
何よ、人の顔じっと見て。
It's nothing. No matter how long or how carefully I study Amine's features, nothing comes to mind. I was certain the possibility she might have been some childhood friend I'd parted from in tears or what have you, but I'm pretty well convinced that isn't the case. Which would leave Do I look like the lover you were tragically separated from in your previous incarnation? Is that it?
何それ、人を電波扱いしないでよ。っていうか、この学園でそういうこと言わないの。シャレにならないから。
Pouting her lips, Amane knocks a fist against my head with a solid thunk. What are you, anyway?
スオアマネ。
Yes, my short-term memory is perfectly fine, thanks. Every time Amane speaks, her soft breaths strike my ear. Is it just my imagination, or has her body temperature slowly been rising while I've had her on my back? If she's suffered a partial fracture on that ankle, it might be that her body is beginning to generate a fever. Better get a move on. Again lifting Amane further up on my back, I hurry to the infirmary. Dog, emergency case. Get a move on.
ドクって。
Still carrying Amane, I push my way forcefully into the room and shout for attention, but there's no one here whatsoever, much less a doctor. Why isn't anyone here? Everyone take a break at
う
once.
ちには保健の先生っていないのよ。とりあえずベッドの上で下ろして、あとは自分でやるから。
There's no doctor? You mean they haven't hired anyone at all to staff this room?
そういうこと。
For the time being, I lower Amane onto a nearby bed.
保健の先生が来るって話は前からあるんだけど、なかなかいい人が見つからないみたいでね。薬とかは業者の人が来てたまに入れ替えてるみたいなんだけど。
Well, fine. I'll take care of the
できる
treatment.
の？
I learned first aid at my previous school, and I can handle something like this at least. I kneel in front of Amane's legs, untie and remove her athletic shoe, then take her red swollen right ankle in my hand. I'm going to move it. Tell me if it hurts.
うん。
Her ankle's slender, but compared to her uninjured left foot, it's clearly inflamed pretty badly. I bent Amane's ankle to various angles, carefully searching for the location of her injury. It's not fractured after all, but I think the ligament might have been stretched, or the joint capsule ruptured. Taking a roll of medical tape from the infirmary's first aid kit, I loosely wrap it around Amane's ankle, restricting the range the joint can move. Then retrieve ice from the freezer, stuff it into the bag, and press it over the injury through a towel, relieving the heat of the inflammation.
ありがとう。ずいぶん楽になったわ。手慣れてるのね。
Alter, wie fucking ungemütlich muss das sein, so zu sitzen? Ich meine, der ständig mit dem Bein so nach rechts und dann so still. Wow. Wow. Ernsthaft, ich könnte so nicht lange sitzen, keine 5 Minuten. Ja gut, wobei, ich sehe gerade, das Bett ist ja relativ niedrig, aber trotzdem, ich würde so lange nicht sitzen können. Well, just a bit. I'm accustomed to treating sprains and burns at least. When I was a kid, I was getting hit pretty much every day, and I still get my fair share of injuries even
や
now.
っぱり優しいね。ユージ君。
Spare me. How exactly am I a nice guy? I just treated an injury. Anybody would do that
そうやって
much.
冷たい態度を取るのは、私に優しいやつだって勘違いされると、甘えられて鬱陶しいから？
To be honest, Amane's words are pretty close to the bull's eye. When human beings find kindness, they naturally take advantage of it. Before they realize it, they've grown dependent on that kindness. They lose their ability to function without it. Das kenne ich zu gut. If I disappeared, what would you do with yourself? My master spoke those words to me when I was still a child.
保健室に着いた時点で、じゃあ俺は行くからって言われるのを覚悟してたんだけど、ユージ君、何も言わずに治療してくれたじゃない？驚いちゃった。
Alright then, I'll be going. As I raise my right hand in farewell, Amne grips my clothes firmly to prevent my retreat.
ちょっと！怪我をしてナーバスになっている女の子を一人にする気？もう少し一緒にいなさい。
Am I the only one who thinks she should be slightly more nervous about being alone with a teenage male in his room? Which has a bed? When her leg is injured? To the point that she can't walk? What do you want from me? If you have something to say, then spit it out already.
じゃあ、はっきり言うけど、ねえ、私の彼氏になってよ。
Da kommt jemand aber zum Punkt. What?
聞こえなかったかな？もう一度言おうか？
Why are you saying
君のこ
this?
とが好きだから。
Since when?
初めて会った時からずっと一目惚れってやつかな。なんか冷たい反応。私の言ってることを信じてないでしょう。
Then let me ask, what part of me did you fall in love with?
そうね。なんかダメ男っぽいところ？私さ、こいつ私がいなかったらどうやって生きていくんだろうみたいな、そういう男に弱いみたい。
I see. Can't say I have a problem with reliable woman myself.
マジで？それって好都合じゃない？どうする？じゃあ付き合っちゃおうか。
Die ist mir ein bisschen zu schnell, findet ihr nicht auch? What does this girl think she's grinning about? Momentarily speechless with bemusement, I hold my right palm to my forehead and run it up through my hair. Oh look, is teasing me that much fun?
そういう言われ方は心外なんだけど。じゃあさ、彼氏がダメならお姉ちゃんになってあげる。
Okay, Ton ist anscheinend irgendwie abgebrochen.
優しくて綺麗なお姉さん欲しくない？
Aber ihr habt doch schon eine kleine Schwester, ist das nicht genug? I regret to inform you that we're not hiring big sisters at the
いつ
present
募集
time.
するの？
We anticipate no vacancies until doomsday.
なんだよそれ。
That's my line, idiot. Shifting my grip on the ice pack, I give Amine a slap on the ankle.
もう女の子いじめて楽しい？
Das war wirklich nicht schön. Let's see, if you make it yes, no questions, then yes. I think I'd be safely on the enjoys bullying girls side.
サディストか。でも大丈夫。私ってこう見えてもド M だから。
Aha. Just what do you want from me exactly?
ねえ、どうしてもダメなの？なんか女としての自信なくすな。
I'm not trying to reject you, but don't you think you're rushing things
時期
here?
尚早という言葉を使う人はきっと10年経っても同じことを言うよね。
We're not talking about politics
だ
here.
から彼女は諦めてお姉ちゃんになるって言ってるじゃないね。
Starting off by asking for the sky, then dragging out concessions as a compromise is in the negotiations? You really do think you're a politician?
そろそろ私も傷つくぞ。
Ha. I drop my shoulders in an exaggerate gesture and heave a heavy sigh. I'm sure this girl intends to continue this aggressive pursuit until I tell her what she wants to hear. It would be a serious pain in the ass if she tried to push me any harder than this. As a point of compromise, this is probably right at the limit of my tolerance. Yeah, I got it. If you want to play the big sister that badly, I'll go along with it. If there was a mirror in front of me as I speak these words, I'd be staring into the face of a man with the word reluctant stamped on his forehead. Might this have been a hasty decision? Indifferent to my shame and regret, Amane beams happily and drops her head on top of my head with a gentle thumb in grand big sister style.
ならばよろしい。これからはお姉ちゃんって呼ぶんだぞ。
Jetzt fängt das an. Okay, wir haben eine kleine Schwester, eine große Schwester. Wie schlimm kann das noch werden? Aber was hättet ihr an der Stelle gesagt? Also, ja. Zum Glück kann man in diesem Spiel ja überhaupt keine Entscheidung treffen. Don't you think this means you can pat my head whenever you feel like it? Although I don't go so far as to push Amane's hand away, I can say this is an especially pleasant feeling. Dutiful and clever dogs, as a rule, don't wag their tails when someone other than their master pets their head. Tja, hallo große Schwester. I prefer eating my meals alone. Aber eines Tages in dieser einen Mittagspause gab es eine große Schwester, die eine kleine Schwester mit anschleppte und meine Ruhe war vernichtet. It's just easier that way. For one thing, I don't have to go through the hassle of pretending to enjoy what I'm eating. In the first place, there's no cafeteria or lunch counter in the school. The facilities themselves apparently exist. But after all, you can count the number of students and permanent staff here on the fingers of your hands. Spending the money to run a lunchroom for the benefit of that small number of people would be completely inefficient. And anyway, you look at it. So then you might ask, how does lunch work at this place? It's a pretty simple system. Bento. When we arrive at the classroom in the morning, we can write our names in a notebook on the podium. Every lunch period, a supplier delivers food to everyone who signed up. Boxed lunch catering, as they call it. Oder so, was auch eine Art Bento ist, nur nicht selbst gemacht. Of course, it's completely up to every individual student whether we can take advantage of the catering. Because the menu is basically left up to the supplier, it's possible to sign up only when they're offering something you want. Personally, I haven't asked for delivery even once. It's not that I am worried about saving money or that I can't trust food made by others. I don't have any religious principles against eating meat either. I'm just not interested enough in what I eat to bother. They say it's a common result of being raised in a food-poor environment, and considering the time I spent living together with my master and her crappy cooking, I guess it's only natural. A full stomach and adequate nutrients is really all I need. Incidentally, the lunch I prepared for myself today is 3 plain salt rice balls. My side dish was also a quick job. After frying onions and garlic, I threw them together to cook with some canned tomatoes and kidney beans, adding a packet of chili powder for seasoning. As my master used to say, humans ain't that fragile. You won't starve as long as you've got beans to eat. Okay, das ist auch eine interessante Art und Weise, das zu beachten. Ich finde jetzt nicht, dass wenn man Bohnen hat, weniger Hunger hat über eine bestimmte Zeit. Aber dafür habe ich wahrscheinlich viel zu wenig und vor allen Dingen die falschen Bohnen gegessen, denke ich mal. Aber ich bin so nicht der Fan von. Ich meine, ich esse auch Bohnen, aber nicht so gern. But I guess going with nothing but the basics is a bit too bleak for me. No point in living like a monk. So I've also brought an apple for dessert. Kind of feels like I'm eating nothing but red stuff. But there's no point worrying about a meal's appearance. This is perfectly adequate for my needs.
Oi, Yuji!
Und da kommt große Schwester an und ruiniert uns unsere schöne, ruhige Mittagspause. So, now she's dropped the honorific.
Nani?
Don't just call me Yuji,
だ
woman.
って私、お姉ちゃんになったんだし、弟にくんづけって変じゃない？
I don't remember giving you permission to not use
禁
one.
止された覚えもないけど。
Okay, it's now forbidden.
なんて横暴なのかしら。なら私も交換条件出すわよ。
What do you want?
私のことお姉ちゃんって呼んだら呼び捨てにするのやめてあげる。どうする？ゆうちゃん。
Das ist eine miese Falle. Hups, nicht so wirklich, aber... Spare me. Not even my parents ever called me that.
いいからほれ呼んでみお姉ちゃんって。
Ridiculous.
なんだよその態度。だったら私も呼び捨てやめないぞ。
Do whatever you want.
そうするよゆうじ。
And you need something?
いやなんか地味に一人でご飯食べてるからさ。ね一緒に食べない？
No, I pass. Take your volunteer work to Makina. Why don't you?
もちろんマキナも一緒だよ。マキナ。お？呼んだか？呼んだけどさ、その言葉遣いはどうだろう。
お兄ちゃんもお弁当何食べてるのよさ。
聞いちゃいねえし。
おにぎりとリンゴとこの赤いのは何？
Baked
なん
beans.
か美味しそうね。それ
Want to try some?
もうそうやって何でも人が食べてるものを欲しがらないの。まるで普段うちで何も食べさせてないみたいじゃないの。
あまねパンちょうだい。これ絶対パンと
聞きなさいよ人の話。おじゃないわよ。っていうかあんたもマキナに何食べさせたのよ。
Like I said, beans. She just had a mouthful, hardly a big deal.
豆って。うわ何その40代の独身サラリーマンみたいに質素なお弁当。
Beans are nutritious. There's no problem.
結構美味しいのよ。
どれどれ
Hey, don't... Hey you, don't just start eating my food.
確かに美味しいけど、これって缶詰だよね。
Well, the beans and tomatoes, yeah.
私缶詰も大好きなのよさ。
Look, stop eating it already. This is all I've got.
缶詰といえば昔から不思議に思ってることがあるのよさ。みかんの缶詰ってどうやってあんなに綺麗に皮を剥いてるの？
Macht eine Mittagspause. Hab ich gerade macht eine Mittagspause gesagt? Macht eine Maschine, verdammt. What? Ging gerade mit meinem Brain ab. Ich habe so schon Brain Delay gespürt irgendwie, weil ich gerade noch was anderes gedacht habe. Ja, sehr schön. They made the skin off with acid and alkali.
マジで？なんか体に悪そう。
Don't worry, the chemicals are neutralized and they wash the fruit with water after. It's perfectly safe.
だら安心なのよさ。
Ich glaube, Makina isst unser ganzes Essen weg. Hey you! The girl's already halfway through my lunch.
ごめん、お詫びにさ、私たちのお弁当を分けてあげるからね。
It's fine, don't worry about it. I'm not desperate enough to start stealing other people's food.
まあまあ、いっぱいあるんだから遠慮しないでいいのよ。ほら、じゃーんと。
Was sollte der Sound? With that exclamation, Amane brings out a huge wrapped lunch. Looks like she's actually got a number of boxes stacked on top of each
ほ
other.
ら見てごらんなさい。これが食の彩りというものよ。
Opening the lid, she reveals a box packed with a rich variety of vividly colored side dishes. Practically indistinguishable from a delivery lunch from some well-established restaurant. I see. No wonder the neighborhood calls this place the Money Sink Academy. Pretty luxurious for a school lunch.
これ学校の仕出し弁当じゃないわよ。私の自作。
Seriously?
言ってなかったっけ？私の実家ってね、神田で京料理の料亭やってんだよ。
Kyoto food in a district of Tokyo.
うちとこのお母はんは京都の老舗料亭の娘やし、お父はんは神田の料理人なんよ。
No kidding? So that's where Amane's infrequent lapses into that weird Kansai accent come from. And come to think of it, the short-tempered, vaguely masculine side of her personality makes a lot more sense knowing that her father's from a blue-collar neighborhood like
マ
Kanda.
ネってばすっごいお料理上手なのよ。お肉が嫌いだからあんましお肉料理は作ってくれないけど、でもとっても美味しいのよさ。
You don't eat meat, Amane? Now that she mentions it, I don't see much in the way of meat dishes inside this box. Bit of a surprise. I had you down as a carnivore for sure.
いやー、別にお肉を食べないわけじゃないし、料理もするけど、ほらね、お肉ばっかり食べてこれ以上大きくなってもあれかなってさ。
What? Your breasts getting too heavy?
慎重よ。
Ah, well, I guess you can't exactly shed inches the way you can pounds. Of course, cutting back on meat now isn't going to make Amane any less imposingly tall. That said, if she keeps a careful eye on her diet, it might help maintain the statu quo. A bit of a reactionary approach, considering she's already pretty damn tall. But I guess that's just your typical passive Japanese mindset at work. As JB once told me, there aren't many Japanese who go to the dentist before their teeth start to
やっぱ
hurt.
り男の子はお肉がいいよね。今度また作ってくるから、今日はこれで我慢してよ。
I'm not a huge fan of meat myself. More importantly, I'll take care of my food expenses. You don't have to worry about my
毎
taste.
日マキナの分も用意してるし、今さら一人分ぐらい増えてもどうってことないから遠慮しないでいいんだよ。
Why are you so determined to stick your nose into my eating
だって
habits?
弟だし。
だっ
What?
てお兄ちゃんだし。
Das ist Sister Gespann. What? Nee. Auf Deutsch jetzt. I don't get it. In other words, they just want to play house? Or maybe somebody, say the principal, ordered them to become friends with Kazami-kun? For some reason? Either way, I'd prefer to maintain some distance. I can't be as casual about this as a normal student might be. I have too many things I'd like to keep to
だい
myself.
たいさ、その若さでお昼がおにぎりと豆だけってひもじくないの？
I'm used to simple food.
そう、それ。その、いじめられるのには慣れているみたいなのもなんか悲しいじゃん。今までどんな食事をしてきたのよ。
Well, I don't know, nothing special. When I was a young kid, I may not have gotten much in the way of luxury, but I had normal meals. Aber ich denke mal, der Part ist lang genug mit diesem... Wir haben jetzt noch eine Schwesterpart und Essen. Also sage ich, wie diese Sache mit dem Essen und Schwester sein, machen, tun, Mittagspause noch weitergeht, sehen wir dann im nächsten Part. Bis dann, viel Spaß und tschüss.